I'm excited today because we're going to talk about beans. What are we making today, Gail?
We are going to make a simple, delicious, real-life bean soup.
So we've got carrots, celery, an onion, bacon, a rind of Parmesan if you have it, and fresh herbs. And I'm guessing this
Dried herbs.
Dried herbs. Sorry, this
Fresh is fine,
this can be this can be flexible. But we've got thyme, chili flakes, and a bay leaf.
Yep.
Okay, so let's get going. What's next?
Okay, so let's get started in the pot. We're going to start that pot on
All right.
like a medium-high heat.
Yep. Olive oil.
A little bit. This is 3 slices of thick-cut bacon. For bean soup, I like to cut things rather small.
Okay. Why is that?
I like the way it looks with the beans.
Okay.
I like the way it's the same,
Okay.
kind of the same size as the beans.
And I'm guessing everything cut needs to be about the same size?
It's helpful.
About? Okay. Okay.
There's the bacon.
All right.
And while that's happening, I'm going to cut the onion.
While you're doing that, I can peel the carrots.
Okay.
Okay. Look at this guy. What kind of beans are these?
Those are
Old Navy beans?
I think
Is
those are
that what
navy
we picked?
beans. Yeah, those
okay.
are navy beans.
So these first couple things we're putting in is a base for any soup.
That's right.
Is that right?
In
Okay.
fact, we call it a mirepoix, which is a combination of onions and celery and carrots. And this is a base that you can use for almost anything that you're cooking, but especially for soups, I think.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep, I'll start putting this in. So this goes in next. So we got our bacon, our olive oil, now we got our onions, and this is gonna make a great sound. So it's important to put those in first before these other vegetables. Okay.
They take a little bit longer to cook than the carrots and the celery.
So that is about the same size as the onions, okay?
And about the same size as the beans, too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Which I think makes for
Yep.
a pretty soup.
Yeah. Smells really good.
There's
All
your
right,
carrots.
got my carrots, okay?
Okay. Celery, we just washed the celery. I'm gonna trim off these. Making bean soup is a really easygoing thing. The beans take some time, but
I'm a protein girl. So this has been cooking for a little bit. What's next?
a few minutes. Let's add our herbs.
Okay.
I like to add my herbs to the oil, to the dry cooking before I've added the liquid.
Okay.
It helps the oil helps the flavor come through into the soup.
And we've got,
Bay leaf,
yep.
dried thyme,
Okay.
and a pinch of chili flakes.
Okay.
Thyme,
About a teaspoon of dried thyme, right? Look like.
thyme and beans and bacon are a great combination. So the onions have gotten soft and a little translucent, and the carrots have softened up a little bit. Now we're going to add our beans. Add some water.
So I don't need to add a vegetable stock or
If you have
something
it,
like that, or chicken stock, whatever.
If you have it, you can add it.
Okay.
But the nice thing about this is that we're building such a lot of flavor that the soup will be delicious without it.
Okay.
With
So you
just
don't
plain
necessarily
water.
need it. Okay.
And then another flavoring, especially if you don't have a stock, I have a lot of these, is the rind of a Parmesan. Nice hard cheese. And you can't really grate this part and eat it, but it adds a lot of flavor to the soup. So I'm going to put that in there.
Okay. And how much water? Does it need to cover the beans? Do you need
Yeah,
more?
we actually need a little bit
Okay,
more water in
okay.
there. I like it to cover the beans
By about an inch?
by
or so?
about an inch.
Okay. So it's kind of nice. You don't have to really measure all of this. You got a big bag of beans, and that was probably what, 8-ounce bag of beans?
It's a 1 pound bag of beans.
1 pound. Okay.
So we're gonna let this come up to a boil. We'll cover it, we'll bring it to a boil, and then we'll take it back down to a simmer. And we'll let it simmer until the beans are perfectly tender, which will take about 2 hours.
Couple hours.
Probably.
Okay. We'll come back and check it then. Smells good.
Let's make sure that the beans are cooked. You can see that they've swollen quite a lot. They've gotten bigger than they were. So I like to taste 5 individual beans to see if they're done.
Okay. What are we looking for here?
Here's one. It should be perfectly tender.
Okay.
There shouldn't be any crunch whatsoever in the bean.
So if we taste 5 and 2 or 3 or a little bit, they needs to simmer more.
Put it back on the pot.
Okay. Just keep trying. They're soft, but you don't want them squishy. You just want them soft.
Perfectly creamy.
Creamy is a good word because I just had one that was creamy. Okay.
Creamy.
All right.
Okay. I'm gonna blend about a third to a half of the soup. I don't want to blend all of it.
Okay. What's the advantage if you happen to have one of these?
It makes the soup really creamy and luscious.
Okay.
So you still have some chunks of beans there,
Which is nice, yeah.
but you also have this
It's a little bit of
sort of
yeah.
puree base.
It made the color different too.
If you don't have a stick blender, you can do this in your regular blender. You would just take your ladle,
Couple scoopfuls.
put a few ladles in there, and about half of it in the blender, and then pour it back in. Okay.
All right, let's taste it.
Let's serve the soup.
Yeah, great for a cold day. Yeah. I don't think anything beats a soup and a big chunk of bread on a cold day.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna put a little fresh parsley. Makes everything taste fresh.
Oh, I can't wait to taste it. Look at that.
Put a little extra oil on it. Beans are a lean food, so they can stand a little extra oil. Okay.
Some parsley, some beans. I'm always at the first bite, aren't I? Really good. There's so many things going on. Sweet, a little bit salty.
It's meaty.
And it's thick. I mean, that's a good meal. We can eat. This is good. Yeah. Give it a shot.